Help support our coverage using Blueberry, the community that gives creators the ability to make money, get detailed audience measurements, and host their audio and video. Get 30 days to try out the service using promo code Blueberry004. That's BLUBRRY004.
Hi, I'm Danielle, and I'm at CES 2023. I'm with PLUGHITZ Live, part of the Tech Podcast Network. Currently, I'm at the Gausium booth. Can you please introduce yourself for me?
Yes, thank you. Welcome. My name is Peter Questro. I'm from Gausium Robotics. I'm the Global Business Development Director, and I'm very welcome. I welcome you here on our booth.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Yeah, well, I'm happy to show you the latest innovation, on the cleaning robot and on the G-Mind X, we call this. It's a new kind of SLAM software. I don't know if you know what is SLAM, but this is the way we program robots, and this is the next level of them. And we are proud to show it here because 2.5 months ago we won the Innovation of the Year award in Chicago.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. So we said, okay, we have to come back here and to show it on CES as well. And I've had a lot of attention here already because a lot of people are not aware that we are already on this level.
Great.
And now we are very happy to share with you that we can have the highest standard of SLAM, or let's say navigation systems for the robot, together combined with artificial intelligence. And that really sets the robot on a totally different level. It's more now like a co-assistant. So you can manipulate the robot from remote, from your smartphone or your tablet. And it's so smart it can recognize dirt, it recognize contamination, it knows what to do with it. It can also recognize the type of floor it's on, like carpet floor or hard floor.
And so it would be able to change kind of the modes to be able to use whatever surface it's on.
It can actually do 4 things. It can do it's a vacuum robot, so vacuum cleaning. It's a scrubber and dryer robot, so it do wet cleaning and has a squeegee to dry the floor.
Okay.
And also it's a dust mop robot, so for silent operation, like in a hospital or elderly home. And it can also is a sweeper, like in a school, if you want to do it during daytime without any noise, sweeping the hallway. Then, so it has 4 features, 4 roles in one. Yes, exactly. And of course you understand that the return on investment on a robot like this that can do 4 things. You only have to invest in one piece of hardware. It's the shortest ROE in our field, actually. You can return on investment this robot in about 5-6 months. Then it's yours, actually, if you look at it from an investment perspective. And then you can save a lot of money. And make the cleaners happy, of course, because the cleaners will be much more productive when they have a robot like this to do the long repetitive work for the floor cleaning that the robots can do for them. So they can do other things, like cleaning doorknobs or cleaning surfaces or cleaning the sanitary room twice a day instead of once a day. So you win a lot of time. And what you do with this time you win is up to you, of course. Or you can also see it as a cost reduction. But most people use it to enlarge the quality, like in time of COVID. It comes, of course, very in handy if you win some time and you have the same cleaners you already had and could do much more cleaning. So the knife cuts on a lot of sides, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. I know. So going back, you kind of touched up on the 4 different capabilities of these guys. I think it's really interesting because a lot of the kind of robots, vacuums or the mops, they are kind of random. They kind of do their own thing kind of randomly. Also, like the mops, they are typically, they just leave your floor wet, right? You mentioned like that there's a drying feature and everything. Can you talk about like why that's important, especially in the commercial setting?
Yeah, well, exactly. Well, but you're hitting the right nail here because this is not a consumer robot, to be honest. We are in a consumer trade show, but this is actually a business-to-business robot. So it has a professional quality of cleaning and also the capacity, so the mechanical action it has on the floor, and the drying capacity is very, very high. You will hardly believe that it wets the floor. So dry will it leave the floor. So we don't use any microfiber mop to wet the floor like most consumer robots do. This is a rotating brush, a roller brush. And we have a professional squeegee on the back that is so sharp and so good that it will, like it's no water at all. And this is needed because if you need it, and if you sell it in a retail store, for example, an Apple store or something, or a small office, you don't want to have people, falling over the water.
Exactly.
Left by the robot. Exactly. And we're in America, so we don't want to have, any lawsuits. So, exactly. So this is why it's important that it can do a very good job in cleaning and in drying, beside being a perfect robot. So first of all, it's a cleaning machine, and secondly, it's the best robot you can imagine by the smart technology that is on it. What we developed ourselves.
So let's say a company was to purchase, your device. How would they get it set up? How would they make it aware of the surroundings? How would they be able to transfer between the modes and whatnot?
Okay, well, that's a very good question. Of course, a robot is very smart, but also a little bit stupid. That means when he's for the first time in a building, just like Lou and me, we don't know where everything is. Like your first day at school or first day, where is it? So this is what you only have to do. You walk around with the robot like you walk with a cart. You just walk around with the robot for one time. The robot will scan your floor, will scan your building, also the walls, and make a perfect map with 2 centimeters accuracy. And then it stores this map in his brain, so it has a map there. Then you choose what you want the robot to do. It's very easy. You just put it on your smartphone. You say vacuum or scrub or sweep. Or
can you schedule that like ahead of time, or is that okay? So that's all on an application.
Exactly. You can say, okay, at 8 o'clock I want to have it vacuuming, and tonight at 10 o'clock I want to have it scrubber drying. Or what is very unique on this robot is spot cleaning. This means that the robot will only clean where it's really dirty. So normally a cleaning machine or cleaning robots of actually all our competitors, they clean the whole floor every time you want to use the robot.
Right.
We say, of course we can do that, but we also can do only spot cleaning. Meaning during the day you can have the robot patrolling your building, looking for stains, looking for spills, and clean it and go back to his station where we will be charged. So during the whole day you keep your building clean, so nobody can walk in your debris or in your contamination and make your building even more dirty.
So the spot detection works for all the capabilities, I'm assuming. So if it's wet, if it's dry, if it's dirt, if it's anything.
For the wet application, indeed, you can use both. And even this robot you can connect with an elevator.
Wow.
So it's has software on board that with a little adjustment we can have a kind of sending and receiving. The robot can communicate with the elevator, call the elevator, go up, go out, does his cleaning job, and come back. For example, when the battery is low, it will go back to the docking station, charges its batteries, and then it goes back to the spot where it left off. So it knows exactly where it stopped, and it will continue its task there and clean the rest of the building, and then comes back down.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I know you had mentioned that it can kind of patrol your area during the day. So let's talk about the safety part of that. I don't know how people feel about a robot kind of going about during the day, like you'd be afraid it would run into you or something. How does that work with your technology?
First of all, I have to tell you that the robots today, especially this one you're looking at right here, is so safe that I would rather trust a robot driving around than I would trust a person.
Exactly.
Because a person can get distracted, or look at this, or look at that, or have your bad day, Monday morning or Friday afternoon. So this robot doesn't know Monday morning, Friday, it doesn't care. It doesn't get sick, it's always very consistent. Consistency is actually a secret of the robot that you will find out when you have it. You can talk about it, can explain it, but you will see it when you have it. It is so very consistently. And of course we apply all the GDPR regulations. That means you don't have to worry, because it's a machine with a camera on board, that your picture will be taken or your video will be taken. There's no such a thing. So it's totally GDPR proof. So it's very safe to use in the building, in the office, or even in hospitals or in health situations. You can use it. It's totally safe. And if you come close to the robot, it will absolutely stop, because it's loaded with sensor technology and vision. So if there's even where there's a cat or a dog or a child, it will stop immediately, and it's actually very safe. It is. Yeah.
So how would this clean it? Like, does it clean itself? Do you have any maintenance you have to do on it after it's done cleaning? How does that work?
That's a very good question, because it looks like you're coming from the cleaning industry. Because the last thing what is not done by the robot is cleaning itself. We can rinse the tank. Later this year we will introduce a working station that can fill up with water and pour out the wastewater.
Oh, wow.
And rinse the tank. But then still, somebody has to look now and then, I would say every day for a few minutes, 2-3 minutes, if the squeegee is still clean, if the filter is not stuck somewhere. Because if the robot works for 2.5 hours autonomously and there's something on the floor that should not be there, or that you did not remove with the vacuum cleaning, then nobody wants to have stripes of water in this building. So it's still a cleaning machine. So the cleaner that is in charge of the robot, we like to call them operators. It can be normal cleaner that only has a small training for, let's say, half an hour or 20 minutes to tell how they have to handle the robot. It's like, having your first smartphone. You have to search a little bit in the beginning, but after 1.5 hour, you get it. Exactly. So and then it's not so difficult. We made it very intuitive and very easy to use the robot. So it's very easy to deploy the robot as well. Or later, make an adjustment. When you change your environment, or you put your couch to the other side of the building, or you have you planted some plants there, or you made a new wall somewhere, you can do the mapping again.
Awesome.
And then it's very easy to do that. And you just walk around with the robots, and it will store the new environment, and then you're set. Yeah.
So what is your personal favorite feature on these devices?
Well, we just a little bit talked about it. I love the spot cleaning modus. So because why should we clean all of the floor? Exactly. And when we only exactly. You don't do this at home as well. If you see something on your floor, you just take it out. You're not going to from wall to wall or plinth to plinth clean your whole house. We do this sometimes, but not every day. Let's be honest. So why should we ask the robot to do so? So I love the fact that if
it's efficient.
It's efficient, and if you do so, nobody will walk into your contamination. Imagine there's a dog left something on the floor you don't like, and everybody walks to this and spread it out all over the building. So if your robot is patrolling around and sees this, it will immediately take it away before people can walk through it and spread it to the whole building. So this feature I really like.
Love it.
The artificial intelligence part of the robot.
Incredible.
But also the G-Mind X, the smart navigation system behind it, because we are a unique robot that can also look at the ceiling to do navigation. So our robot has a camera that only looks upwards to the ceiling, and we make a fingerprint of the ceiling because every ceiling is unique.
Exactly.
And then the robot always know where it is. So if in case of loss of location, we have still this backup that, oh no, I'm here. Because sometimes, when the robot is blocked by all kinds of stuff or furniture or people, like here, and a lot of people are working around here.
Right.
The robot can get confused or lost location, but our robot just looks up and say, oh no, I'm here on hall 6, and no, I'm here on this aisle, because he knows how the ceiling looks like. So this is also a feature I really love, and this is something new. Actually, we added to our robots, and it's new in our field. So no other cleaning robot that I know of has this kind of features.
No. That's incredible technology. That's actually really interesting.
Yeah, exactly. So we are fusing, we call it fusing of different kinds of navigation. Like we also use, the Wi-Fi hotspots, or the Wi-Fi fingerprints we call them. And we use the LiDAR, so this is the laser. At 40 times a second, it will scanning your area. And we have the vision, so the cameras that's looking downwards. It's not safe in any way, but that is only needed for navigation. And then we have the artificial intelligence. So all this together, this fusion of all this technology is a little bit mind-blowing.
Yeah.
And you cannot compare this cleaning robot with any other robot in our field.
Excellent.
Sometimes I get a question, who's your competitor? And I say, well, to be honest, of course there are more cleaning robots like we make, but not on our level of automatization and of artificial intelligence, and what we can do is really unique. That's why we win last year 5 innovation awards globally, from China to Australia, Saudi Arabia, Netherlands, Amsterdam, Brussels, and in Chicago was the last one 2 months ago.
Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations, that's awesome.
Thank you very much. No, I don't want to brag, but we are just proud people.
Oh, definitely brag. This is your moment to brag. Of course, this is an incredible piece of technology. And Jess, is it currently available for purchasing?
Yes, at the moment it is. Actually, we are now fully scaling producing it. We are 2 months behind what we actually planned for. We had some hiccups, but because it's a totally new technology, it's very normal actually that happens. When they say to you April will be June, so like a new car. So we had the same issue here. So we now hurrying up to produce the robots. We sold about 3,000 pieces of them already on pre-description. So now we are trying to produce as quick as possible, and we're now also building up a second production line to live up to the demand, because we now have to give that's 10 there, 5 there, and not they ordered 50, 100. but we cannot do it at this moment. But so we're working very hard to live up to this and to deliver as soon as possible.
Yeah, definitely.
Because,
So what are the price points on them?
Well, the price points, like I tell you, and I'm global, except the prices can a little bit variate. So what's safer for me to say to you and to people that are listening to this is to give you a return on investment, because this is the most important for business owners. They don't care the price, they care how much does it take
Will it save?
that I have my money back.
Right.
And this robot, because of all the features it has and the double use from dry and wet, it will be around 5 to 6 months that you have the return on investments. So imagine you could save, let's say, 10,000-12,000 euros the first year. You could save the next year 20,000-25,000 euros, and that for another 4 or 5 years. So you can really save some serious money with this robot and have a better quality and have a happier cleaner, because they don't have to heavy work anymore. Right. They can do other things.
They can
yes, focus on totally. Yeah, exactly.
On surfaces and whatnot.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's what you can do.
So if our viewers wanted to find out more information about your company and all of your lines of products, where can they go and how can they find out more?
That is, of course, a very nice question you asked. Just go to www.gausium.com, to our website. It's also there on the back. I don't know if it's on the camera. And there they can find every machine we have. We have also a YouTube channel, so they can go to Gausium.com on YouTube and find our videos of the Fantas, also of the X1 Pro or delivery robot, and all the other robots we make. We have about 8 robots right now that we produce and we deliver globally. So it's fun to watch and to be amazed what's already possible today.
Yeah. It's incredible. And I mean, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today. I mean, I find all of this very fascinating, and I mean, I would love to see what you guys have next year. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are just continuously improving, and I love that.
We are not a small company anymore. We started in 2013 with 2 guys that founded the company, making a security robot, and now we have more than 1,500 people. And we have now 500 R&D engineers on our payroll,
wow,
working for us, so not for anybody else, only for us.
Right.
That's why we can do such a thing. But we have of course, some big investors behind us that also see the opportunity and the need, because working population is declining rapidly. For people between 15 and 65, this group is getting smaller and smaller, and the group 65 to 105 is getting bigger and bigger. So who is going to do the cleaning? Who is going to do the care in care homes? So we need solutions, and robots is one, Robolution we like to call it, is one of the solutions you can use and to enter to your set of solutions to tackle this. Because when you are old, you also want to be helped.
Right.
And rather you have somebody on your bed when you're sick than somebody behind the machine in the hallway.
Right.
So it's a little mindset, because we have to be creative in this, and robots can be a solution for this.
Exactly.
That's why we make them. Okay.
That's awesome. Thank you again so much.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you very much for your time and this interview.
Yes.
Okay.
For continuing CES 2023 coverage, stay tuned to PLUGHITZLive.com/CES.